Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of micro-expressions. You know, those fleeting facial expressions that can betray our true emotions. We're gonna learn how to read them, and trust me, this is powerful stuff. You with me? Let's get started. Now let's talk about micro-expressions. These are brief, involuntary facial expressions that reveal a person's true emotions, even if they're trying to hide them. They happen in a fraction of a second, but they're like a flashing neon sign telling you what's really going on in someone's head. We're talking about universal expressions of happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, and contempt. These expressions are hardwired into our DNA. It doesn't matter your culture, your background, we all express these emotions in the same way. And the thing about micro-expressions is, you can't fake them. They betray your true feelings. Once you learn how to read these micro-expressions, you'll be amazed at what you can discover about the people around you. Let's talk about the eyebrow flash. You know that quick raise of the eyebrows you sometimes see? This, my friends, is a sign of interest. It's a subconscious way of opening up the eyes wider to get a better look at something or someone that we find appealing. Now this eyebrow flash happens fast, just a fraction of a second. But trust me, it's there. And it's a telltale sign that someone is intrigued by what they're seeing. You might see an eyebrow flash when someone's excited about an idea, when they're surprised by something you said, or even when they're deep in thought. So, next time you're chatting with someone, keep an eye on those eyebrows. That quick flash might just be the signal you've been waiting for. Now let's talk about the eyes, the windows to the soul. Specifically, we're talking about dilated pupils. When someone is attracted to you, their pupils, those black circles in the center of their eyes, will get bigger. It's a physiological response that we have very little control over. It's all about adrenaline, folks. When we see someone we're attracted to, our body releases adrenaline, and one of the effects is that it causes our pupils to dilate. Now, I'm not saying that every time you see someone with big pupils, they're head over heels for you. But when you combine dilated pupils with other micro-expressions, it can be a strong indicator of attraction. So, pay attention to those pupils, folks. Chapter 4. Lip bite. You know that moment when you're attracted to someone and you catch them biting their lip? Don't dismiss it as nothing. This is a classic sign of attraction, my friends. It's a way of drawing attention to the lips, a subconscious signal of desire. The lips are a very sensual part of the body, so when someone bites their lip in your presence, it's almost like they're subconsciously thinking about those things. Now, a lip bite can mean different things in different contexts. But when it's directed at you, especially when accompanied by other positive signals, it's a pretty good indicator that they're feeling something for you. So the next time you see that lip bite, pay attention. Chapter 5. Nostril flare. When someone flares their nostrils, it's a sign of heightened emotions. It's an unconscious way of taking in more oxygen, preparing for action. And often that action is related to attraction. When we're excited, when we're aroused, our body goes into overdrive. Our heart rate increases, our breathing gets heavier, and yes, our nostrils flare. Now, I'm not saying that every time someone flares their nostrils, they're ready to run off into the sunset with you, but it's definitely a sign that they're feeling something. So keep an eye on those nostrils, folks. Chapter 6. Leaning in. You know how it is when you're engaged in a conversation, really interested in what the other person has to say? You lean in. You want to be closer, to hear every word, to feel their energy. Well, this is a powerful sign of attraction, folks. When someone leans in towards you, they're closing the distance, both literally and figuratively. They're saying, I'm interested, I'm present, I want to be closer to you. Now, this doesn't mean they're going to jump across the table and kiss you, but it does mean they're engaged, they're attracted, they're feeling a connection. So the next time you're with someone you're interested in, pay attention to their body language. Ladies, you know how it is. When you're attracted to someone, you find yourself playing with your hair, twirling it around your finger, brushing it back from your face. It's a primal instinct, a way of drawing attention to yourself, to your femininity. But it's not just about preening. When we touch our hair, we release pheromones, those chemical signals that trigger a response in the opposite sex. It's a subtle way of saying, hey, I'm here, I'm interested, check me out. Now this isn't just about women. Men do it too, adjusting their hair, smoothing it down, making sure they look their best. So the next time you see someone playing with their hair, don't just dismiss it as a nervous habit. Ever notice how couples start to act alike after a while? It's almost like they become reflections of each other. They finish each other's sentences, often knowing what the other is going to say before they even say it. They order the same food, sharing similar tastes and preferences. They even start to walk alike, matching each other's pace and stride. It's called mirroring, folks, and it's a powerful sign of attraction and connection. This behavior shows a deep level of empathy and understanding. When we're attracted to someone, we subconsciously start to mimic their behavior. It's like our brains are wired to sync up with theirs. We cross our legs when they cross their legs, creating a mirror image of their posture. We sip our drinks when they sip their drinks, almost as if we're in perfect harmony. We even start to use the same phrases and mannerisms, reflecting their speech patterns and gestures. It's like our body language is saying, we're on the same wavelength here, we're connected. This nonverbal communication strengthens our bond. And the more we mirror someone, the more connected we feel to them. It's a beautiful cycle of mutual understanding and closeness. Now, mirroring isn't just about romantic relationships, it happens in friendships and even in professional settings. But when you see it happening in a romantic context, it's a very good sign. It indicates a deep level of attraction and mutual respect. Let's talk about the power of the eyes, folks. The eyes are often called the windows to the soul, and for good reason. And I'm not talking about a quick glance across the room. Those fleeting moments are common and often go unnoticed. I'm talking about prolonged eye contact, that intense gaze that can make your heart skip a beat. It's a moment that can feel electric. This is a powerful sign of attraction, a way of establishing a connection that goes beyond words. It's a silent conversation between two souls. We make eye contact with people all the time, but it's usually fleeting, a quick acknowledgement before we move on. These moments are brief and often lack depth. But when someone holds your gaze for an extended period, it means they're interested, they're engaged, they're drawn to you. It's a sign that they want to know more about you. When we hold someone's gaze, we're letting them see into our soul. It's a vulnerable yet powerful act. We're opening ourselves up to them both emotionally and physically. It's a way of saying, I trust you. So, pay attention to prolonged eye contact, especially when it's accompanied by other positive signals. It can tell you a lot about what someone is feeling. You know that genuine smile that reaches all the way up to the eyes, the one that makes someone's whole face light up? It's not just about the mouth curving upwards, that's called a Duchenne smile, and it's the real deal, folks. Named after the French neurologist Guillaume Duchenne, it's a smile that can't be faked. The muscles around the eyes contract, creating that unmistakable look. There are two types of smiles. The social smile, which is just a polite way of acknowledging someone, often used in social settings, and the Duchenne smile, which is a genuine expression of joy, amusement, or, you guessed it, attraction. It's the kind of smile that shows true emotion. The difference is all in the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul, after all. When someone gives you a Duchenne smile, the corners of their eyes crinkle up, creating those little crow's feet. It's a sign of genuine happiness. It's an involuntary muscle movement that happens when we're truly happy. You can't force it. So the next time someone smiles at you, pay attention to their eyes. Look closely. Are they smiling with their whole face? Is it a smile that reaches their eyes? Or is it just a polite social smile? The difference is subtle but significant. So there you have it, folks. Now you've got the inside scoop on deciphering those subtle but powerful micro-expressions. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. And hey, share this video with your wingman or wingwoman. Until then, keep those eyes peeled and those instincts sharp.